All right, let's dive into this. Gold, gold, gold. We got this article here from Gold IRA Blueprint. You sent it in, so I'm guessing you're thinking about gold for retirement, maybe spicing things up a bit.
It's definitely an interesting one. A lot of people get drawn to gold, especially for retirement. It
Yeah.
feels a bit more, real than just numbers on a screen.
Yeah, it's like the OG investment, right? But is it really all it's cracked up to be these days, especially with everything going on? How does a gold IRA even work? We got to unpack all that.
It definitely has a certain mystique to it.
Mm-hmm.
But just like with any investment, got to look at it from all sides. Advantages, yeah, but also the complexities. And let's be real, the potential downsides too. Can't forget about those.
Exactly. We're talking about your future here, not some get-rich-quick scheme. So this article keeps mentioning gold being a hedge against inflation, which has always sounded a bit like, I don't know, financial magic to me. How does that even work?
Imagine it this way. Inflation goes up, right? Your money buys less stuff.
Yeah.
Annoying, right? Well, gold, being a physical thing, and a limited one at that, tends to hold its value better when that happens.
So it's like a tug of war between your money losing value and the cost of, well, everything going up, and gold's the strong friend in the middle.
Kind of. It can act as a counterweight, exactly. Now, whether that means if inflation suddenly skyrockets, your gold will do the same.
There's a but coming, isn't there?
There's always a but in finance, right? While gold has generally done well against the dollar and shown it can handle inflation over longer periods, it's not a perfect one-to-one thing. Lots of factors play into it. The economy, what's happening globally, even just how people are feeling about gold at any given time. It's more nuanced than people think.
Okay, so it's not some magical inflation-proof bubble, but more about potentially weathering the storm better than some other investments.
Exactly. And that ties directly into why people look at gold IRAs. You're not just holding gold hoping for a big win. You're making it part of your retirement plan, tax advantages and all.
Right. The gold IRA part, that's where I get a bit lost. The article mentions things like custodians, IRS-approved gold, feels very official and maybe a bit intimidating.
Let's break it down then. At its core, a gold IRA is a self-directed IRA. That means you can hold physical gold in it. That self-directed part is key.
Hold on, self-directed. Does that mean I have to go out and pick out gold bars myself? Because honestly, that sounds terrifying. And also, I have no idea how to even begin doing that.
No, don't worry. It's not that hands-on. It simply means you have more say in what goes into your retirement account. You're not stuck with just the typical stocks and bonds and mutual funds that a regular IRA would have.
So with a gold IRA, I can decide, hey, I want some of my retirement money to be actual physical gold. But not just any gold, right? It has to be that IRS-approved kind from the article.
Exactly. It has to meet very specific purity standards that the IRS sets. You're usually talking about those gold bars, the ones you see in movies or specific coins. It's about making sure you're investing in top-notch, legit gold. That's super important for its value.
Yeah, makes sense. Don't want to end up with fool's gold in your retirement fund. Okay, but what about this custodian then? Are they like the gold police, making sure nobody runs off with my retirement savings?
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
A custodian is super important for a gold IRA. They're a third party, often a bank or a company that specializes in this, and they hold on to your gold for you. They handle storing it securely, dealing with all the official paperwork, and making sure everything's on the up and up with the IRS.
So they're like a really, really secure storage unit for your gold. Way safer than that time I tried to hide my emergency chocolate stash in college.
Okay, got it. But with all these extra steps and the IRS and everything, setting up a gold IRA sounds a bit more complicated than, say, just opening a regular investment account, right?
You're not wrong. There are definitely more moving parts, which is why it's not something to jump into without really understanding how it all works.
Okay, good to know. Because while the idea of owning actual gold is pretty darn cool, I also don't want it to distract from, actually having a solid retirement plan. So gold IRA is definitely a bit more involved than your average 401k. But I'm guessing our listener isn't just here for the logistics. What are the actual perks, the advantages of having a chunk of your retirement savings in, well, actual gold? You hit the nail on the head. It's one thing to like the idea of owning gold, but it's got to make sense for your financial goals too, right?
Right, because it's shiny, but is it good shiny?
Exactly. The article you sent over talks about stability, risk reduction, especially compared to the stock market, which, let's be honest, can be a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah, when the market's having a meltdown, gold always seems like the thing everyone wants to grab onto. But is that really how it works, or is that just, a story we tell ourselves?
Gold does have this long history of being a safe haven asset. And it's true. Historically, it's held its value pretty well when things get shaky. economically speaking. It's not about those huge, fast gains, but more about having that potential to, weather the storm a little better. However,
There's always a however, right? Starting to think there's no such thing as a free lunch in the investing world, even when it's a gold lunch.
exactly. While gold can offer some stability, it's really important to remember that its price can fluctuate. It's not like this unchanging thing. It's still influenced by what's happening in the markets, what investors are thinking and feeling. Even global events can have an impact.
So it's not like burying a treasure chest in your backyard and expecting it to be worth a fortune years later. You need to actually understand those market factors if you're thinking about a gold IRA.
100%. And that's where having a good financial advisor, someone you trust, can